Hello and welcome to another episode of Demo Review, episode 17. Today we are watching Theory and play on Inferno, so let's see how this goes. Alright, as we can see, read about pistol armor in the pistol round. Or I should say just armor, not a bad buy, common buy for people in playing matchmaking. Pull out your knife here, you're running slow, slowing down your teammates that have their knife out. Crosshair placement, upper chest, looks like you guys are rushing B. Angles. Unfortunate. That guy just had the upper hand on you, his aim was ready. At head level, yours was kinda, you're not sure where you're looking at, just checking every corner. He just happened to catch you off guard. Again, when you're running up from T-spawn, pull out your knife, you get there faster, you can get there a lot quicker. Thankfully they weren't playing aggressive, right? Or they would have had the upper hand because they would have better positioning than you. So you guys lost that round. Again, you can do pistol armor, you'll have enough to buy the 4th round, do your next gun round. Or you can just do pistol, or you can do, like, I don't know, pistol and nades. Alright, looks like your team's forcing up, you should be forcing up with your team as well. Nice, I like this. Pulling out that knife. So you gotta think to yourself, alright, we gave up banana control. As soon as they hear us pushing mid, they might push banana. So you either gotta do this quick, or get ready to fall back and kill the guys. Team was able to cover you. You guys pushed in, luckily. They only had one guy, usually they have 2 guys on truck side. So keep that in mind. Don't make this the habit of quick switching. If you just would have had your gun out looking at him, you probably would have tagged them or maybe even killed them. Alright, so now you should buy full nades up, maybe run spread on the map default with your team, or you guys can just rush somewhere. Not sure if it'll work out, we'll see right here what you guys do. You're not buying nades, again, nades help you a lot, they're very useful, all sorts of situations. See one cross boiler, crosshair's kinda low. Aiming at the chest right now, now you're aiming towards like the stomach area. Again, put your crosshair placement at their head, that way when you shoot, it's right on their head already. You don't have to worry about, you know, trying to control your spray too often. Got some tunnel vision there, you saw one guy on the pit shooting, and you just got distracted by that. You should automatically always be checking your corners. That guy just got you, crosshair was off, looking towards mid, he just came out of boiler at the wrong time, and he just got you off guard. Now you can buy AK-47 armor, full nades. Don't need to buy the pistol's not really worth it. If you don't kill him with your spray, right, with your AK, then you're probably gonna die when you pull out your pistol anyways. You deserve to die anyways. That's just $300 you're wasting if you waste another round to buy. One, you're reloading with 22 bullets left. Make sure you're in a safe spot when you reload, either behind this wall or you fell into Mexico, right, and just taking cover while you reload. Don't want to be out in the open when you're reloading. Teammates didn't clear corner, this isn't your fault right here if you die. Yeah. That's your teammates' fault, alright? They should have been checking this. First guy in always has to check that sandbags area. And you know what? Maybe you should just check it too, you never know. Especially in lower skill brackets, they don't check this. It should be up to you too. Now you have full nades, it's really good. Don't buy these pistols though, that's a waste of 300, you can be building up an economy. Pick one up on the, when you kill the CTs. It's like using scroll wheel or something to switch grenades and bomb out. This is really risky. Usually they play one person arches. As we can see on the minimap, they're stacking truck side, so you guys are abusing this, but you always should have your crosshair ready to flick towards Moto, because he might peek out late. It's your kill. Again, you need better accuracy, better recoil control. You should be asking for a drop. That way you can get full nades of armor. Stop buying pistols, that's a waste of money. If you didn't buy those pistols, you would probably have enough to buy yourself. These past couple rounds, or this round, right? Those pistols are really just hurting your economy. Rushing through smoke's risky. Aim's really bad there. Crosshair was on the wall, not really on him. And you're pushing through smoke, so either flash yourself in or go with your team, because you need that trade. You basically went in by yourself without a flash. That guy was already looking there. He didn't have to turn away from anything. He wasn't blind by anything, and because of that you died. Obviously he missed his first couple shots and you could have taken advantage of that, but you didn't because your aim was off. Accuracy control, your recoil control was really off too. Alright, let's see how much money you have. You have 1,600. You get 2,400 off 4K. Maybe not buy the head armor or the armor itself. That way you can buy up full next round. So now you only have like 4K next round. You only get 8K armor and just a smoke. Maybe if you save the armor here, get full nades, or just bought chest armor, you get a flash or an issue grenade.
Let's make this right as rain.
Looks like you guys were able to get the bomb down, you were able to get some good money, now you can full buy. But you're not full buying for some reason. Yeah, you definitely have enough, you should be forcing up with your team.
Grenade out. Smoke.
Rushing in your corners. Again, don't just run to the site, right? You want to try to run to water, this area that we see in front of us in the shadow, that's called water, if you didn't know that already, and start clearing out different angles as you're pushing in. You don't want to run directly on the site, because if they're holding crossfires, or if there's a guy hiding somewhere, that they'll kill you, like they did. That guy was hiding in a new box or behind fountain or something like that. He was able to peek out, you were an easy kill because you weren't looking at him, you're out in the open. So again, maybe take it slower, right? Or go with your teammates, that way they can get the trade right away.
Grenade out. Come on, chop. Smoke.
Again, don't be buying these pistols, they just hurt your economy, you don't need it. Wait until they're ecoing, right? Because if you wait until they eco, if you kill them a couple times, they'll buy pistols themselves, you can pick those up instead. Turn from your own grenades. Go with your team.
Throwing flashbang. I am throwing smoke.
Not really checking your corners, crossing bad. looks like you're just having a really bad game so far. Again, recoil controls are pretty off, aiming like at his like crotch area, his stomach. And as you were clearing these corners, you weren't using your crosshair to clear it. You were just kind of like, oh, if there's a guy there, I'll just flick to him. You don't want to start building that habit, especially your Ellie right now. As soon as you get hired a Supreme Global, they'll really abuse you even more than they did here. Let's see if you can get a drop. I think that guy might drop you. If not, this is a good buy right here. Again, maybe get a nade, you have 5,500 or 500. And let's see. You guys lost one round, so you'll get 1,900 this upcoming round. So force buying here with your team all the way is not bad. Saving a little money too is not bad as well. Alright, so your teammate died, you know there's one guy playing CTU with an op. That was a good shot by you. You had faster reactions, you should have killed you first. Blind. You just run on the site when you're blind. Maybe fall back in the water. As soon as you get blind, or just, I don't know, try to locate where you are, right? The last known image you saw. Try to weave your way through to somewhere in cover. So obviously water's the most obvious spot. And the guy was in second oranges, he was able to peek out and kill you because of that flash. And he also moved up, gave him clear sight of you. Now you guys lost again. 3 of you guys can't buy, 2 of you guys can. You guys should obviously be forcing. You guys are all forcing together, or you guys should be saving together. These guys want to force up. Looks like you're going for the deagle. Don't have to buy full nades here. You'll get 2,400 next round. If you guys don't win this, you guys will have to save this upcoming round after. That way you can full buy. And turn from the flashes. Balcony. Crosshair placement, you can hear that guy shooting from balcony. Teammate should have called it right away as soon as he died too. Thankfully that guy got the trade. And it's a 3v3 situation, definitely winnable by you guys. You should know one guy was arches or somewhere, right? Somewhere arches, but your teammate pushed that. He's getting flanked from mid. And you should know the other 2 guys are going from B. You guys lost that round. Again, you guys need to save. Team wants to force up. Don't buy full nades right like this, right? Maybe buy a few nades. That way you can buy next round. You'll get 2,900. Yeah, it's 2,900. Right here. You expose yourself to too many different angles. Instead of taking the battle close to that guy with the M4, where you have the advantage, you kind of just fell off and exposed yourself to arches, library, stuff like that. As we can see, that guy was playing porch side, and he went to the smoke, and then they had a guy already in library just watching that. And so he probably called it out, that guy was watching too, you fell back, exposed yourself to this lane right here, into brackets, we were able to crossfire you and you died. You have enough to buy an AK-47 and armor with a smoke. And it's not a lot of grenades you can work with. Guess grenades are very useful. You don't get a smoke, so again, you don't have really any utility nades you can use. Anything that can help you, hopefully your teammates can help you some way. Alright, throwing a flash over. You shouldn't rush the smoke. You should know guys playing in the smoke. This last round. But you guys get 2 kills at B. As we can see, they stacked it. A teammate there sandbag baiting. And you guys win the round. So so now you get full nades like this.
Let's go.
Should always know when to save, when not to save.
Throwing smoke.
When you're losing rounds, obviously know how much you have to save in order to buy in 1 round, maybe 2 rounds.
I am throwing a grenade. Grenade.
Don't know why you're spraying that. It's not spammable, and even if it was, you wouldn't be shooting anything.
I am throwing smoke. Flashbang.
That's a decent smoke, good flash. Try to clear out the porch. So you should know by now they're playing passive. They can be in pit, graveyard, site, or balcony. As we can see, that guy's graveyard. Again, gotta keep an open eye for that. You can see their heads pretty decently. I know the bars are kind of like mask their face a little bit, but usually it can give away, especially when they're holding a weapon.
They show them who we are. Smoke. Decoy down. Grenade out. Throwing fire. Throwing a flashbang. Throwing smoke.
Good turn from the flash. Good job keeping your gun out as soon as you push up close like this. Good trade. You know, one guy likes to play the smoke. You might push it. If you were watching a little bit longer, you probably would have got him. You hear him pick up something in the background. You turn around, nice. Decent recoil control. Your crosshair placement there was pretty atrocious, though. I don't think I've seen you aim at the head consistently for more than a second. Alright, you got that guy. Nice. I don't know. Maybe he timed out or something. One guy's emo. Really gotta work on that crosshair control. Or that fucking... Not crosshair control, spray control. That was good, you tapped at that guy instead of spraying at him. That was really smart by you. So now it's pistol round, you buying armor. Should going towards, I don't know, anywhere really, since you guys all have armor, no kit. Gotta really play for the kills here. If you guys do not get the kills, then you get the bomb down. It's gonna be really hard on you guys because that's only 30 seconds you have, because you need that 10 extra seconds to defuse the bomb.
No, sir.
Like you're playing A.
Decoy.
Alright, so you're going porches. They can be as fast. Up here I think they're like 41. So you should know, alright, they might be going banana. I'm probably going banana. They get 2 kills. One guy could be lurking, going to corners like this. Obviously we can see that he's in apps. Hear him running behind you. Nice, and you turn. Alright, so your crosshair placement was right on the head. Can't sure if that was because it was a different angle. Alright, crosshair's dropping a little bit here. That was good accuracy on you. You hit both those headshots right away because you were aiming at the head. So right there, I have to say, best part there was your crosshair placement and being aware of your surroundings.
Let's go, my friend. Throwing smoke. Smoke. Grenade out.
Alright, that's a decent native throw down there. Maybe throw it more to the right next time, because that's usually where they like to be. Mexico, T-ramp, etc. As we can see, your nade didn't really do much because I was in the area you threw it at. See the guy. Nice kill. Nice. spray control right there. Even though you were just aiming at the upper chest, that benefited you because the bullets go up the more you spray it. So again, next time maybe try to tap it, but the spraying for you work this time. Sometimes it's not going to work for you.
Deploying flashbang.
So you have to think to yourself, alright, what different angles can you come from? Obviously you can go CT spawn, right to library. You're just watching pathway right here. You gotta think about that. You should go to a different spot. Probably go into library or go into CT spawn right here and hug the fence. Go in the back dark corner. Or you can play motor right here, that way you can see him come out. Stuff like that. Or go into cubby. Just a couple different spots. Now this is a better spot you can be in. Watch both sides. Or you can go to the right here, which is what I was talking about right there. So now you should tell your team, alright, he's definitely not coming from B. He could be abs, as we can see he is, or he could have gone saving into B or something like that. But this is just game sense. Bad on your teammates' part, your part too. A little bit, but then you correct yourself. It was a little kind of late. If you would have pushed in through library from CT spawn a little bit quicker, he probably would have killed you.
Let's go, fellas. Throwing smoke.
Throwing the smoke a little is too early. They're not going to be up mid. That's the bit mid again. It's like 41-ish.
Grenade. Smoke.
Teammate dies. I think you're quick rotating here a little too fast. You already have two teammates there. But bomb is spotted, so then you should rotate. Bomb's down. Boom, last guy, you should think to yourself, alright, try banana. Push him with your teammate. Get this trade right here. You pre-fire it there. Not really controlling for your spray. Thankfully, that guy's pretty bad. He was reloading, and he didn't kill you.
Roger that. Watch out. Let's go. These boys have got a bit of an arsenal and they don't mind using it. Smoke. I am throwing smoke.
Again, try to use your nades more efficiently. They can't be up there until, as we can see, 41. That's the downside of being in the spot you're at instead of holding back, right? Or regular people hold arches at. Is if they rush in, they know where you're at. They're going together as a group. They'll catch you off, and that's what happened. Killed the first guy, but the second and third guy came in together, and you're just trying to reposition yourself. So you should know they're buying AKs this round. You don't need to buy head armor. That's $300 you're spending. Again, this pistol you bought, waste of another $500. It's $850 you could have in the bank. That would be $2,250 instead of $1,500 right now. So if you guys lose this round, you'll have $3,600. You just have to save one round, and you'll be able to buy the next.
Throwing smoke.
Looks like you're going B this round. You have full nades, which is good.
Laying down smoke.
Your teammate dies on A because he's stupid and he's peeking that instead of playing
Grenade out.
smart. You're not really in a position to help out your teammate. Maybe throw a flash for him. Right now you can't get the trades, you're too far away.
Throwing flashbang. Grenade.
Either be closer to him, right, against the wall with a window to our we see, or get ready to have a smoke so you can smoke him off if he hits contact.
Flashbang.
Now this is a good smoke. It's coming kind of late, but you do see a little gap on the bottom of it. It can help you, but your teammates, three teammates have died on A.
Throwing smoke.
Rotating right away. I'd say just save in this position. There's 5 left. You're making the right choice right here. I like this.
I am throwing a flashbang. Smoke. Flashbang. Grenade. Get ready, get ready.
Alright, so you have full nades again. Teammates should probably force up. One has 6200, one has 7200, the other guy has 1300. Dropping the pistol.
Come on, chop chop.
Go back to playing arches again.
Laying down smoke.
Save that nade. It's 5 more seconds from right here. 41, right? Throw that shit.
Throwing smoke. Laying down smoke. Grenade out. Molotov. Grenade.
Alright, that was a good nade. You knew there was one guy mid. Or you're just going to pre-nade it anyways. And that smoke came down. That should definitely confirm to you that there's a guy there. Teammate gets that kill. He's caught off. Thankfully he can fall back.
Deploying flashbang.
Gotta remember, you're not just watching mid when you're in this spot, you're also watching boiler. And you're in a bad spot. Again, if you're playing porch side, you watch mid, watch boiler. That's your job as a porch side player. You were just kind of just too focused right now on mid. Saw the guy boiler because he was shooting at you, and then you stopped in middle. Again, think about your positioning. Positioning in this game has been pretty bad. I think maybe you need to work on that a little bit more.
Never. This isn't the killing house anymore. This is real life. Roger. Grenade! I am throwing a grenade! I am throwing a flashbang!
Again, I like this. It's a nice rush. Here, one mid. Making a lot of noise though. Then you just run to the open if someone was watching that. Probably would have died. Right, if someone's chilling mid.
Grenade!
I think you jumped up here, then I don't know why you did that. If you just would have waited, gone around the site, just cleared it out, because you know there was one guy that pushed truck side. No, you can push one guy pushed arch side, as we can see on the mini map. He still arches. This guy was on site though. So again, just make sure you clear out everything instead of jumping like that. It exposes yourself to the enemy, gives yourself away, especially when you're running like this.
Let's give it to them, boys.
Pistol armor is actually not bad here. This is smart by you. Again, economy wise is where it's at. That's economy is kind of bad, but you guys lost a few rounds in a row. Pistol armor is not a bad choice. Maybe get a couple flashes right. So if they come in, you can pop flash yourself, like right where Pigpen is. You can bounce it off one of those walls. Come in, boom.
I am throwing a flashbang. Flashbang.
Again, holding a far angle like this, you give the T's the advantage because they have rifles. You only have a 5.7. Playing somewhere closer is a little bit smarter, a little bit better for you. Basically evens the playing field. But when you play at a far distance like this, it gives the advantage to the T's because they have the rifles. Alright, as we know, there's at least one guy with the bomb on A site, killed both your teammates. You guys are quick rotating. You can go for this, it's 3v4, or you can just save the armor. Looks like you guys are going for this. Crosshair was a little bit at the upper chest part right there. Looks like you're going for the op. You're holding arches, and again, try not to buy head armor when you know they're winning. Head armors against AK is useless. As we can see, they have 3 AKs, 2 ops. All of those do more than 100% to the head. Good kills by you. Again, this is a very good round. You pick mid, use them. You haven't really played an op yet, so now you're holding it with an op. This is really smart, really good. Just throwing them for a loop. Your teammates are kind of throwing though. They're peeking aggressively. They should be falling back. Now you know the last guy's mid. That was his shot. And good 3K by you this round.
Roger.
Top really caught him off guard with it. You were able to peek mid, get the first shot, second shot. Now you got that last kill.
Forward, I'll go. Fire.
This should tell you right away, hey, careful for a banana rush. You should be revealing that to your team. Your teammate should be telling you, alright, we hear 3 or 4 down banana. They're by car right now.
Throwing smoke.
Alright, so they're rushing in. Teammate should be calling this.
Throwing fire.
Alright. It's 4v2. You guys should definitely win this round. The only way you throw it is if you guys take individual battles. You rush this by yourself. It's a good way to throw.
Grenade out.
That's nade.
Roger that.
Now it's 13-12. They're in a tough economic situation. You should know that. You should be asking, did they buy AKs that round? Answer should be yes. You should know, alright, they're probably saving. They didn't get the bomb down. They lost 2 rounds in a row. Or as we can see, they're forcing up a couple of them. Either way, this should be an easy round for you guys as long as you aim for the head. You should be aiming for the chest.
Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Smoke.
Again, you're repeaking that just because you know where he's at. You obviously should have the advantage here with the op. He just gets a couple good shots off on you. Nothing you can do about that. 14-12, looks like your teammate couldn't clutch it. Versus 5v4. So again, maybe if you would have lived right away, instead of just try to peek that guy once, then fall back to arches. Because you know they're ecoing, they could easily just rush you. You guys might have won.
Roger.
So again, you're holding this angle. It's kind of good off angle, but if they flash, smoke right, porch side, kind of fucked. Because if you kill one, the second and third guy should be there to trade. If they're playing smart CS. As we see, they're smoking off porch side. As soon as they smoke off porch side, you should be falling back. You should know, alright, they might try to hit arches here. I'm in a bad spot, etc, etc. That was a good trade. Don't take this battle if you don't have to. You need someone on truck side, they can come out abs, you should know that.
Laying down smoke.
And you should be falling back. I would say get ready to quick rotate, right? CT spawn, watching arches from that little pillar, getting ready to go B. As we can see, this guy spotted one guy in B, should be the second guy there. But it hasn't spotted bombs, you don't know where bomb's at. It's good that you're rotating right away, this is a good rotation. That's another good kill by you. Get flashed. You should be trying to run the truck. I think maybe you tried to, you just got cut out right here, on the side. So it's 15-12, looks like this is the last round.
Let's go, let's go. 3 men. Decoy. Laying down smoke. Throwing a grenade. Throwing smoke. Grenade!
You rush smoke here. Again, I know you're trying to make a play, but that's not the play to make, especially mid. When people usually watch that, they have the advantage. You push through smoke, that guy's watching it. Shoot him a couple times, you miss, and he just kills you. Or you hit him once, you miss. Alright, so that concludes my commentary for this demo. Now, bring it on to the scoring. Alright, here's the scoring section for you, Fury. So, again, 4 major categories. We got aim, movement, game awareness, and grenades. As we can see, grenades is probably your best aspect of your game, and your game awareness is kind of low. Just this game, this doesn't represent your overall skill as a player. This is what my rating is for you for this particular demo you sent me. So, under aim, I have crosshair placement, and I put that 3 out of 10 because a lot of the times you weren't really aiming at the head. A couple times you were. You got that quick dink, or you got that headshot, you got those scooshes, pistol round on TT side, yeah. Most of the time you're aiming either at the upper chest or at the stomach. Alright, so you gotta work on that. Next is accuracy. Your spray control is pretty bad. The only reason I give you 3 out of 10, the only reason we give you a 3 out of 10, not like a 1 out of 10 or anything like that, or a 0, It's because of those op shots, solid. Most of the time you hit, I think you only miss like one shot out of the 5 or 6 you took. But overall your accuracy was pretty atrocious with the rifles. Alright, so you spray down. This game you didn't have really good recoil control, as I could see. You missed a lot of your sprays on some of the guys, especially when they're close. Really up to you to practice on that, work on that. I especially grade hard on this because recoil control is just so strong. It's a strong aspect of this game. Bursting is alright, tapping's okay, but spraying, this game is just too strong not to be working on this constantly. Next is shot selection. Basically, did you know when to tap, know when to burst, know when to spray? To me, I think you did that fine. I give you a 5 out of 5. You went to tap, especially that guy when you were on CT side or T side or CT side or something like that, and you went from CT spawn to B, tapped that guy, even though he was lagging out, you were tapping him, which is really smart. Next is movement. So again, under this category, I have movement, positioning, rotation. Your movement in general is pretty bad. I give you a 2 out of 10. I think it's out of 10. It's out of 5. I give you 2 out of 5. Alright, so that's knowing when to walk, knowing when to run, and knowing like basic movement. So jumping right onto that guy on CT side when he was on site, picked up the gun, you killed the guy mid. Should have been walking anyways, but you were able to run up. Thankfully no one was covering his back, no one came back to kill you, and you just gave away your position there. But you jumped to try to peek on site, that guy saw you, and then he just was able to spray you down because you had you were caught out of positioning basically, and your accuracy was pretty bad because you jumped. And next, positioning, gave you a 2 out of 10. I could have been a little more lenient here because you did have some good positioning spots, right, to catch them off guard. But again, you keep playing those same spots, they're just gonna abuse you. So some of the things I want to talk about is when you're playing brackets by arches right there, and you're hugging the little corner against that pillar. You're watching mid. That's a bad spot. Like normally, like it's all right sometimes, right? Once in a while, it's a good spot to catch them off guard. But you were there too long, especially when they smoked off porch side. You should have just fell back. Thankfully, they didn't punish you that badly. Your teammate came in. He was able, like, to try to lit one guy. You killed the first one. Teammate came in. He died to the second guy, but you were able to trade it because you were that close. But it's a bad spot to play. When you're spools, right, with a pistol, you don't want to be that, especially when you guys are echoing. You want to kind of play closer, right, play towards your advantage. I mean, if you can have the pistol shots, go ahead. But, like, this game, I wouldn't have, right? Because you need to make sure everything's towards your advantage. That way you can win some of these gunfights. Next is rotations. I think you had pretty good rotations on CT side. I really didn't see anything too troubling, right? Too much over rotating right away or rotating too slowly. I think you just did it just fine. I would have given you a perfect score, but I did give you 8 out of 10. Maybe that one time when you were on B, right? Teammate died on A, 1 or 2 guys died. Then the third guy died, like as you were rotating. Maybe you should have rotated a little bit quicker there. Figure out who's anchoring B, figure out who's going to be a quick rotator. And that's basically it. I gave you 12 out of 25 right there on movement. Game awareness. So I have game sense, which is most points you can get is 10. I gave you a 4. You got to kind of figure out some of the stuff. Like where they could be at, where they can be coming from, how am I going to adjust my position to that. So adjusting your positioning and game sense all kind of tie in together, but they're in separate categories. Doesn't mean you can't get penalized for both for doing the same mistake. So your bad positioning was like when bomb was down mid, you were arches watching towards pathways. That goes to B. You should have been either library, right, holding that angle, which you eventually did, right? So I didn't reduce so many points from your game awareness from that. But because it took you so long, I had to reduce a couple. And so your game sense is just meh. Trying to figure out like where the enemies could be, what they're doing, are they buying, stuff like that. Trigger discipline, basically you let them go by you first if you're hiding in smoke, abusing their smokes, or do you just try to shoot right away? I didn't see too much. Also for trigger discipline, I do count pistols. You were spraying with your pistols a lot instead of trying to tap. Spraying is just a very natural reflex we have because of the guns, and with pistols it's just a lot easier. It's like, oh, I can just spray 20 bullets, but sometimes, you know, just tapping away is also good too. Doing the jiggle peek, AT spamming. Obviously, when you sprayed your pistol on those 2 guys, mid, you were able to kill them. Maybe if they were better, they would have got you first though. So I gave you 2 out of 5 on that. Economy awareness, I gave you 1 out of 5 because it seemed like you weren't really too sure about when to buy or what to buy if you're echoing, forcing up. If you're forcing up, usually a pistol armor, maybe 1 flash, right? But if your economy is pretty bad, maybe just a pistol. Or maybe just pistol armor, etc., like that, alright? Also being aware of what your teammate's situation is like for their economy as well. Again, you got to be aware of just not your own, but also your teammates. And then teammate positioning, I gave you a 2 out of 5. Again, it could be better. This is just basically playing off your teammates, seeing where they're at, getting ready to trade if they're about to make contact first, or maybe have a smoke ready out, stuff like that. Know what they're watching so you don't watch the same thing. Just kind of things like that that you just got to pick up. The Oilers wasn't too bad, so I gave you 2 out of 5, but you can definitely work on it. So like when you were playing Banana, or B I should say, and the teammate was peeking by wagon, you should either have a smoke out or a flash out. So as soon as he makes contact, he can fall back and you're throwing a flash to make sure he gets out safely. Obviously if he dies right away, you want to throw a smoke right down, because if he dies to like 2 or 3 guys and they start rushing you, they'll go into your smoke, give you the advantage and stuff like that. But if you have your gun out, you're waiting for him to die, he dies right away and they're rushing him, it takes you a quick second to pull out that smoke instead of you already having a cocked back ready to throw. Alright, so that gave you a 9 out of 25. Again, maybe work on that a little better. So your grenades, your best part. First category is bot. You mostly bought grenades when you could. I just gave you a 4 out of 5 because there was one or two rounds where you didn't buy nades when you should have. Used correctly, I gave you a 10 out of 15. I feel like most of the time you used it, but it wasn't perfectly. Just know the timings for the map. So that smoke you throw from mid from arches, again, the fastest they can be up mid in matchmaking is 41 seconds. So maybe save your smoke grenade, until you make contact with them around 30-ish, 35-ish, maybe even like 40, right? As soon as you see contact, spray them down, fall back a little bit, go more towards the right, and then throw a smoke mid. You don't want to waste your smoke when you don't have to. I know mid's a very tough spot. If you feel like you can hit the shots, then you don't have to use your smoke at all. Usually it's safer just to use your smokes around when they're the fastest they can be up there, which is 31, or 41. So that's just effectively using your grenades more. Alright, so I give you a 10. Most of the time you use your grenades fine. I don't really see you wasting any of your grenades, etc., etc. And then enemy nades, reacting to enemy nades. So are you turning from flashes, even sometimes your teammates' flashes? Are you abusing their smokes, that they throw bad smokes? I think you did that plenty of times, a couple times, if not. And stuff like that. You turn from their flashes most of the time. I gave you a 4 out of 5. I really didn't see too much of that. Not a lot of instances where you could dodge their flashes, or maybe you can abuse their smokes too many times because of where they were at. Like that. So again, I give you a pretty relatively nice score there. Your overall score is 50 out of 100. To me, you played like an MG2 this game. Alright, you really gotta boost up your accuracy, because you're an LE player. Your accuracy should be a lot better, your spray control should be a lot better, your crosshair placement should be a lot better, alright? So, this concludes my scoring for your demo. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you learned a lot from